They say royals don't bleed, but what if they burn? That's the question people are asking in Buckingham right now. And at the center of this fire is Prince Harry, red-faced, barefoot, and ready to explode. But this isn't just some random gossip in the royal rumor world. This is personal. This is dangerous. This is Tom Bower, Britain's most feared writer, pulling the pin and throwing a grenade straight at the Sussex family. And the damage is already turning into a big fire. Let's go back for a second. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have always built their public image like a fortress. Polished photos, perfect lighting, and just enough mystery to keep people curious, especially about their kids. Archie and Lily have been kept under a soft curtain of privacy. Rarely seen, never studied. That's no mistake. Harry has protected them like a lion with sharp claws. Say their names in the wrong way, and he'll send lawyers faster than the palace can send out press statements. But Tom Bower, he's not just anyone. He's the man who doesn't get scared of prime ministers, rich businessmen, or billionaires. And now he's saying something that cuts through all the PR tricks like a knife. That there's something not quite right about Lilibet's royal story, her birth, her baptism, and her very place in the royal family. And this isn't some random rumor. Bower said it all clearly on national TV with the scary confidence of someone who's seen the proof. According to him, the timelines don't match. The papers are unclear. Important people in the palace never agreed to the usual rules that make a royal child official. He even suggested that King Charles quietly ordered a private legal check of Lily's birth records. You know it's serious when the king calls in lawyers in Monteceto. This landed like a bomb. Within hours, Harry was pacing the halls, angry, slamming doors, reportedly yelling so loud it made Archie cry in the next room. Meghan, always the planner, tried to control the story, but even she couldn't hide the fear. She knew this wasn't just another bad headline. This was life or death for their image. If people start asking if Lily is really a royal, the Sussex brand doesn't just take a hit, it falls apart. Because here's the real truth. Meghan and Harry don't just sell fame, they sell legacy. Everything they've sold to Netflix, Spotify, and book publishers is built on the idea of them being the other royal family. The rebels, the outsiders, the ones who took the royal shine and turned it into Hollywood. But if Lily's place is questioned, that shine fades fast. Suddenly, all the deals, all the documentaries, all the bestsellers, they look like fake stories dressed up as royal truth. And Bower isn't stopping. He's hinting at a new book full of documents, insider stories, and what he calls the real truth about the Sussex children. Just those words reportedly made Meghan slam her laptop shut during a Zoom call because she knows what's coming isn't just gossip. It's a planned attack. And unlike a tabloid writer, Bower doesn't miss. Meanwhile, the palace has stayed completely silent. No denials, no clarifications, nothing. And that silence, that's what's making Harry crazy. Because when Buckingham is quiet, it's never by mistake. It's a signal, one louder than any press release. We're letting this play out, and Harry knows what that means. He's not just losing the story. He's losing the one thing he thought he still had, the feeling of safety. The panic inside Monteceto has turned sharp. Meghan's team has gone into overdrive, working non-stop to fill the internet with other news, charity posts, motherhood stories, rebrands of her projects, anything to push Bower's story off the internet. Her goal is simple: put out the fire with flowers. But that kind of control only works when there's no more fuel. And Bower, he has plenty of it. The timing of his claims is cruel. Just as Meghan was pitching new Netflix shows and teasing a clean life after royalty, this storm hit. And it's not just messy, it's dangerous. Executives are quietly pulling back. 2 meetings have already been pushed off with no new dates. One insider from a streaming company called the Sussexes risky stars with low trust. That's Hollywood's way of saying not worth it. But Harry isn't thinking about money. He's thinking about legacy and anger. According to people close to them, he's become obsessed with stopping Bower. Not arguing, not debating, destroying. He's reportedly hired top lawyers in both the UK and US, asking one scary question again and again. Can we sue him before the book is out? The answer hasn't been what he wants. Because Bower doesn't just write rumors, he builds strong legal walls around his books. Every claim, every line triple-checked, proven, lawyer-approved. Suing him is like punching a brick wall. And worse, if Harry sues and loses, it proves Bower was right. That's the trap. Fight and risk exposure. Stay quiet and look guilty. Every move is a risk. And Meghan, she's not interested in risks. Insiders say she's angry that Harry didn't act sooner, that he ignored early talk about Bower's research. She wanted to shut it down quickly, threaten lawsuits, scare publishers, block the deal. But Harry waited. still hoping the palace might protect them if things went bad. Now he knows that help is never coming because behind palace walls, there's another plan. Charles and William aren't panicking, they're planning. According to insiders, they've started a quiet plan called the Ghost Protocol, a media blackout. No comments, no denials, no secret leaks, just silence. And it's not just for show, it's strategy. Let Harry struggle. Let the press go crazy. The less they say, the more out of control he looks. Some staff are already preparing for the worst. Backup statements, legal rules, even possible changes to the line of succession if things get truly bad. Because while no one in the palace wants to erase a child from royal history, they've been through this before, and they know how to survive scandal. Sacrifices happen. And while the royal machine works quietly in the background, public opinion is changing fast. For the first time, the usual wave of online support for Harry and Meghan isn't rising. Instead, people are doubting, remembering things that didn't match from past interviews, the Oprah contradictions, the Netflix stories, the cropped baby photos that always made people wonder quietly. And now with Bower's claims hanging over everything like storm clouds, the doubt is growing. That's what's hurting Harry the most, not just the claims but the silence. He's used to noise, pushback, public anger. But this emptiness, it's worse. Because in that silence, he hears the one thing he can't fight: doubt. Not loud, not angry, just whispering. And it's spreading inside the Monteceto home. Every phone call feels like a lifeline. Meghan's team is begging magazines to write friendly stories before Bower's book comes out. Harry, meanwhile, has become paranoid. He's reportedly demanded full silence from staff, making them sign NDAs even though they already had years ago. Security has been doubled. Access to the kids has been cut, even for trusted nannies. It's not just privacy now, it's lockdown. The stress is breaking their foundation. Meghan's team is split. Some say the best move is to disappear for a while. Stay quiet, let it pass. Others say attack, share stories, release pictures, even medical records if needed. But Meghan knows none of that works. The moment you try to prove a rumor false, you give it power. And this one is moving like a landslide. Bower, in his usual quiet way, hasn't said a word since the teaser. But that silence, it's stronger than any PR move. Tabloids are full of speculation. Morning shows are debating royal rules. Even serious reporters are digging into old papers, birth records, and timelines. Bower hasn't just stirred the pot. He's made the entire media world pay attention. In London, the palace is stone still. William has canceled nothing. Charles is focused on state business. Behind the scenes, though, there's real work. Crisis meetings, legal advisors, old royal experts checking dusty books to see what happens if a royal child is suddenly not royal. It sounds old-fashioned, but this is monarchy. Bloodlines are everything. What makes it even more painful is how planned it feels. Insiders say Bower timed his release to land right before a big royal event. Charles appearing before Parliament in full royal clothes. The crown shining, the cameras on, the nation watching. If his book lands before that, it could ruin the whole moment. And Harry knows that's the point. This isn't just about him anymore. It's about shaking the throne at its most visible moment. The real fear, though, isn't public anger. It's permanence. If this stain stays, it becomes history. Kids grow up, questions stay. Every time Lily steps into the spotlight, if she ever does, she'll carry this cloud with her. Not because of anything she did, but because of everything her father didn't stop. And Meghan, she's already planning ahead. There are whispers she's looking at solo brands, that she's taking meetings without Harry's team. Lifestyle deals, book deals, even rebranding herself as a businesswoman and mother, dropping the Duchess title entirely. It's not betrayal, it's survival. And it might be the only way to save her public image from falling with Harry's. The sadness here isn't just in the scandal, it's in the breaking of a story. Harry thought he was building something new, a royal life without palace politics and paparazzi poison. But legacy is weak. And when you build it on silence, secrets, and shows, it only takes one man with a pin to turn it all into dust. Bower hasn't given the final hit yet, but he doesn't need to. The damage is done. Trust is gone. The fairy tale is broken. And for Harry, that's the real loss.